Okay, so continue to using this unit circle, which is such a powerful tool that we have, and we're going to use symmetry of the unit circle to find different identities like this, and there's all kinds of different scenarios like this. So sine pi minus theta, I'm giving you a hint, is one of these 4 choices. Well, all these choices deal with theta, so let's define what theta is, and I'll just pick some value here to be theta. And so here is my triangle, recognizing that this height here is sine theta, and this is cosine theta because I go x, x, and y. All right, so if I'm going to draw out pi minus theta, well, pi, and then I subtract theta, and so this angle theta is the same as this one here. And so this triangle is identical. These 2 triangles are identical. So this red triangle, we'll say, is identical to the blue triangle. They're just reflected. And this angle here is pi minus theta. I started with theta, and so I was able to draw pi minus theta. Well, if I'm looking for sine pi minus theta, that's this one here. This is sine pi minus theta. Well, this value is exactly the same as this value. They are equivalent to each other. They are equal. And so this one is true. These ones are not. And so we can use the unit circle to find out different identities. Let's try another one. Cosine of negative theta. Well, I'm going to start off by drawing theta, and I always draw the theta in the first quadrant just because it makes life easier to work with. So here's theta, and I'm going to now draw, on red, I'm going to draw negative theta. Well, negative theta goes in this direction here. And so this is also theta that's negative because in this direction. I know that these triangles are equivalent. So this length is the same as that length. And this is the same in both triangles. So if I want the cosine of negative theta, well, this is the cosine of negative theta. That is exactly the same as cosine of positive theta. And so this is the correct answer as well. While we're here, if I wanted to find the sine of negative theta, well, this is the sine of negative theta. That distance is equal to that distance, but they're opposite. And so this is going to equal to negative sine of theta. Okay, and so we can find lots of different relationships by using these congruent triangles and seeing how they're related to each other between sine and cosine. There are lots and lots and lots and lots of different variations to ask these kinds of questions. We can do things like cosine pi by 2 minus theta. How does that relate to sine? There's lots of different ways we can do it.